They are shooting towards the railway end in the aforementioned all sky blue kit. And they get the ball down this left-hand channel early on. Guiseley picking up possession now through John Thewlis, who appeals for a foul. It wasn't given. Play continues. There's coming together between Cantrell and the number 11, Luke Parkin. And a free kick is given in Farsley's favour early doors. Wilson then leaves this one for Cantrell. Cantrell floats into the area with a lot of bodies there. It comes out as far as Hollins, who's challenging with the goalkeeper. At the second attempt, the goalkeeper does collect it. But the referee, I think, would have blown up for a foul anyway. Now Becker bringing it over the halfway on this right-hand side. Plays a low pass into Thewlis. Thewlis is onside and Becker is back in space. Can Thewlis find him instead? He opts to chop onto his left-hand side. Can he get the shot off? He's taken too long. Comes as far as Becker, and Becker gets the shot. Drags it towards the near post. Not too far wide. Guiseley winning the ball well there. Hunting in packs, and then Becker lays the ball out to that left-hand side, looking to give Jordan Thewlis something to run onto, which he has. He's kept it in play as well. He's got two sky blue shirts up against him. Does really well there. Gets past three. Puts a low ball across the 6-yard box. That could go anywhere. In the end, Trenery has to tip it behind for a corner. But brilliant play from Jordan Thewlis. He just did not give up on that left-hand side. The centre circle and up to the halfway line. His low ball forward finds Becker, and Becker back to Hollins, who continued his run forward. He really should look for Regan out on this right-hand side, but it comes back to him now. And eventually does come out to Hutchinson. Can Hollins get himself into the box? Hutchinson driving into the penalty area now. Does really well. Gets a low cross towards back post. This can go anywhere. Comes as far as Stones, but he can't lift it into the Farsley net. Perhaps a foot there as Paul Carden has been making changes to try and get Telford out of that situation. And Becker now with the opportunity to cross. Does get the cross in and does find the head of Josh Stones, but no pace or direction on the head, and it's easy for the goalkeeper Trenery to deal with there. But good play and a good ball from Becker from the right-hand side. It's defensive work. Polo now finds Becker. And Becker with a good ball through to Thewlis. Thewlis is taken out. It comes as well as Stones. Straight at him. Goes straight at the keeper. Thewlis was appealing for the free kick. The referee played the advantage and has just reiterated that to Thewlis. The ball dropped for Stones. Stones with the first-time shot, but it was sadly straight at Kyle Trenery.
Yeah, but at least on target.
Spice a little bit of needle perhaps in this game.
Yeah, it's no bad thing.
Absolutely not. Ball forward then from Trenery. Finds Hanson. And the reason it found Hanson so well is because he's just to be in an offside position. And the flag goes up as some of the cloud moves away from Nethermoor. Perhaps it might brighten up at half-time. And that is the half-time whistle from the referee Sam Mulhall. Goalless at the break, but an entertaining first half between these two near neighbours. Half-time, Guiseley 0, Farsley Celtic 0.
In the box to keep you interested. I'm hoping for more of the same with a bit more of an incisive finish.
We are underway. Guiseley in the second half shooting towards the railway end of Nethermoor Park. Throw-in taken by Hull, flicked on by Nicholson, further flicked on by Stones, can't quite find Thewlis. Ball forward by Farsley, looking for Hanson, comes out as far as Parkin into the centre now with Lewis Turner, and Turner's shot takes a massive deflection that takes it narrowly wide of Owen Mason's right-hand post. That could very easily have dropped in had it have been, you know,
Be further.
Battling in midfield like Polo, working hard, and Becker with the loose ball. Out to Hutchinson on the right-hand side, charging into the attacking third, and now Hutchinson lays it back to Polo. Polo thinks about going for goal, gets the shot off, oh, it hits the side netting, and goes behind for a corner, according to the referee.
That was a great effort. I'm wondering if Brenton Polo's got new boots this season as well, because he's hit 3 or 4 screamers recently.
Apparently one of the sports scorekeeping apps has got that as going in. Not the case. Corner it is. In towards the near post, flicked on, and oh! Hollins has hit the bar. It was easier to score than do what Andy Hollins has just done. Oh, Andy Hollins.
A bit harsh. He was under pressure.
Oh, but the goal at his mercy. The ball was beautifully played in towards the near post. He was flicked on delightfully. And Andy Hollins at the back stick, anywhere but there. He had all of the goal to aim at. Well, off his line to punch that away. Back to the edge of the centre circle, hoisted forward by Will Sutton. Does really well to somehow pick out Adam Clayton. Clayton's touch lets him down though. Not cleared away well though by Nicholson. Back to Turner. Turner at the back post. And the header narrowly wide from Farsley. It was their turn to come close. Hanson plays the ball through to Walton. Walton, is he onside? The flank stays down for now. Walton with the strike towards the near post. A good save from the legs of Owen Mason. And Ekpolo just needs to get this away. And in the end, he hasn't. Walton keeping the pressure on down on the corner flag. Eventually, Ekpolo comes away with it, lays it back to Jake Hull. Will certainly do some running. Jake Hull flat-footed though as Walton turns him, gets the crossing, up and away and behind for a Farsley corner.
That's brilliant goalkeeping. It takes so much pressure off your defenders when your goalkeeper comes out and takes the ball like that.
Great touch from Adam Haw. Haw, fresh legs. Looks to find it through towards Lewis Hay. It comes back as far as Adam Haw. Haw into the area. Adam Haw gets it wide. And the referee and the linesman say goal kick whilst Adam Haw was pleading for a corner. Thankfully nobody in a blue shirt on the right wavelength there. You guys are just about getting away with that one, but Farsley back in possession. Certainly looking the stronger in these last 5 minutes. All the more imposing. And Tyler Walton has committed a foul and is picking up a second yellow card, and out comes the red for Tyler Walton for a late challenge on Jake Hull. Farsley ending the game with 10 men. And we said early in the first half when there was 1 or 2 yellow cards, I think 2 yellow cards picked up inside the first 10 minutes of this game, one each. The unmarked short option, and why are we nobody picking him up? Comes as far as Atkinson. Atkinson narrowly over the angle. It was so glaringly obvious.
Well, you called it before they played it, Chris, yeah.
It was so obvious that Atkinson, in acres of space, was just going to be played in. Will Hayhurst on that left-hand side. The ball into the box, it's nearly given away, and a penalty is not given. The referee certainly thought about that for a second though, Ivor.
Sorry, I didn't see that. Trudy was passing some sandwiches over to Dave, I think.
Hey, I hope they're more than just sandwiches. Now Richards on his near side, sends the ball down that right-hand channel. How I feel about taking a point from this one. Ball forward, and there it is, the referee, Samuel Hull, blowing the full-time whistle. A goalless draw is how we start 2022 against our near neighbours, Farsley Celtic. A very entertaining game, a very watchable game in front of just over 1,000 fans here at Nethermoor Park. But Guiseley starting with a clean sheet is the positive way of looking at it. Guiseley FC 0, Farsley Celtic 0.
I think it's this is the modern way of football now. People are going to have players out left, right and centre moving forward, and I think it's how you adjust and how you react. And in all honesty, I thought there were a lot of rough and puff from us today. We just didn't have that, quality in final third, or make right decisions, or getting silly fouls away in final third to let them off hook to get a result. They played direct play into Hanson, who was a real handful, and I thought we were an handful throughout. But like I said, we showed a lot of endeavour, a lot of rough, a lot of puff, but we just lacked a little bit of quality in final third.
I mean, Hanson was a handful, but you have to say Andy Hollins played him really well, didn't he?
He did. It was a good match-up. We losing Hamza late on to COVID. It was a big test for young Andy Hollins, and I thought he rose to task really well against a big physical number 9. But having said that, once the ball's gone up and it's come down to a second ball, we've got to be better. And I thought on transitions, when we can play people in, we lacked. I thought when we got ball into wide areas for crosses, I thought we lacked. I thought little give and goes in the right penalty area. I just thought we lacked quality final third, and unless you can get to that, bits of quality that are all the difference. Or the dark arts where you're crossing ball in from corners and then you give fouls away. And young Stones has got in one-on-one with keeper, one-on-one. He's had a touch that's getting away from him, and instead of staying on his feet and making defender make a decision, he gives a foul away. I think all them little dark arts can help us. And we've got a lot of young players, and Stones is a young lad, and he'll learn from that situation, and hopefully we'll just improve from them.
I mean, even though you probably said that they had more possession in the second half, we had a couple of golden chances with Adam Haw one-on-one, and of course Andy Hollins hit the bar.
He did it again. That was from a corner. Again, we've worked it well. Got a good flick on far stick. Believe it or not, he's a good finisher, Andy Hollins. And 9 times out of 10, he'll finish it and you put your mortgage on him. But then again, it comes back off crossbar. They're at 6s and 7s, and we give foul away, and really pressure for them. So there's different ways to win games of football. Ability is not the only way. Sometimes it's being more aggressive than opposition, or sometimes it's having a bit of know-how. And I just don't think we'd had enough in both of them to win a game today.
John Thielish looked very lively on his comeback, didn't he?
He did, yeah. You know, he's a good professional. Geordie looks after himself away from us, and we've got no doubt that he'd come back in and hit ground running. Must have been the longest 3-game suspension I've ever known to man with all cancellations. But you know, for credit to him, fair play to him. We were under, you know, never in any doubt that he'd come back in good physical shape.
And we seem to line up with 4-4-2 rather than 3-5-2 today, is that right?
No, we've just played same shape, same formation.
Right,
yeah. We just tried to be a little bit more aggressive on transitions when we want ball back and tried to get bodies running forward.
Right.
And I think you could tell first half that when we really looked like we were committing to attacks and run forward and got players forward, we looked a real handful. But you've got to put stick ball back at net in them moments, and there are big differences between going on to win a game comfortably and being right up against 10 men right at last minute and still hoping that you don't concede.
And very good performance by Owen Mason. He came out and caught the ball a few times to relieve pressure. I believe his loan expires soon. A chance of bringing him back?
Yeah, I think there's an option to extend. I think he's grown with every game. I don't think he's conceded many goals. The first game, if I'm being completely honest, against Brackley, for 10-15 minutes you could tell he was only a youngster, but since then I think he's grown. He's come and took balls against big physical team today, and I think he's done well. I think he's improving with every game.
Great, okay, thanks very much.
Cheers.